This is my 12-bit computer. Here's the instruction set. So we have load A, load integer into A, store A, output A, no op, add A, sub A, multiply A, not A, and A. And sub, and add all use an operand, and you put that into the memory address register, and that's how you get a value out, a 12-bit value, and that is what's added or subtracted or ANDed with the A register. We have jump, that's like that there's no condition. Jump equals you take a 4-bit integer, a 4-bit binary number and an 8-bit address, and it compares a 4-bit binary number to the 12-bit A register, and if it's equal, it'll jump. If it's not equal, it'll continue with the program. Same thing goes for 12 and 13. It's jumping if A is greater than the 4-bit number you put in the operand, and here it's going to jump if A is less than the 4-bit operand. Here, number 14, you have no op, and 15 is halt. So I have a really simple program, and to program it, you want to switch this button off, flick this here, and what that does is it sets the computer into a programming mode. This right here, you can see here, it flicks this green light, and this green light is the green light to control RAM out. So as soon as I flick this, the contents of RAM are now on the bus, and if I want to write some information to RAM, I need to put an 8-bit address through these dip switches, and the instructions are 16 bits, so 4 bits here are for the opcode. The top 4 are used in the jump if instructions, so that's where you get the 4-bit binary number, and then the other 12 right here are the operand. So like when you're adding a number, you want to put an 8-bit address in here because there's an 8-bit address bus. So let's go over the program. So in location 1, I'm using these dip switches. We have the opcode 4, and that is no op. Okay, location 1. This right here shows you our address. So location 1, we also have another no op, and in location 2 we have a no op, and in finally location 3 we have the binary number 15, and that's halt. So let's run this program, and what's gonna happen is the computer has 5 T stages, and no ops basically do nothing. So computer is gonna go through location 1, 2, 0, 1, and 2, and that's no op. So it's gonna run through that program and run through those 2 instructions and do nothing. And once it hits memory location 3, we have the halt instruction in there, and what that's gonna do is halt the whole computer. So right now I'm going to reset it, and once I let go of reset, you're going to see it run through. Yep, it halted. If I keep resetting, it's going to halt. And I'm using, I think, a 12 microfarad capacitor and a Schmidt trigger to like run the clock. So yeah, I also got Fibonacci to run on this. This is the code for Fibonacci. That runs on my computer. And jump if carry, I'm trying to add that in. I never put that into the EPROMs. These are the EPROMs, the controlling EPROMs. And I'm just gonna go over each part of the computer now. So here we have the program counter. It's actually a 12-bit program counter, but I'm only using 8 bits because I changed my design midway through building. Here we have some clock logic. Below that we have more like decoding logic. These are mostly AND gates and NOT gates. Right here we have the T-state counter. Under here we have the comparator, so it's an 8-bit comparator. And and I forgot to say that when you're using the jump if, it only uses the lower 8 bits of the A register. The A register is actually 12 bits, but it's only using 8 bits for comparison. It's kind of weird because you could compare 256 a number that goes up to 256 with a number that only goes up to 16, because 8 bits compared to 14 bits. Here we have more logic. Right here is the instruction register right here, and here's more. This is comparing logic. Over here we have the A register. You can't really see it; it's like covered in wires. And right beside that, here's the output, and I also have a screen for that. I made a screen using a lot of D flip-flops. Under this we have the 12-bit ALU, and I used the 74LS181. I don't know if you could see that. And then we have the B register right under that. This was supposed to be the input register, so you could put some information in to the system. And it's going to be connected to an interrupt to stop the clock and just wait for some input. Here we have the RAM, some Toshiba chips, and below that we have the memory address register right here. These are just some muxes. And right under this we have just two buffers, and that's what buffers this entire panel.